Hey there, Christopher here. I just felt it was time for a little update. As you guys know, I've been going down to the park for some time now, and I'm helping those who I can, and I gotta tell you, I'm making a lot of great friends. There are a lot of people down there that just don't get a fair look because, well, people driving by don't understand them. But I gotta tell you, there's a whole family community down there that cares for each other and tries to help each other any way they can. I could list some of the things we've done, but some of the things we're going to do are probably a lot bigger. Last night I spoke to Pastor Nick. Now, Pastor Nick is the guy who's been running Mount Grace, which used to be the Foursquare Church on Main Street. And due to circumstances beyond his control, he's having to move his ministry, move the church, and leave the downtown Athol area. Now, I spoke with him personally, and he's very concerned because he's no longer going to be able to have the food pantry active downtown. Now, a lot of people might say, well, there's already 2 other food pantries. Why is there a 3rd one needed? And I don't know if I can explain this properly or if people are going to understand, but even with 3 pantries in this town, there are still people going hungry. They use these pantries to supplement their food stamps and their assistance. And the timing in which these food pantries are open kind of blends together so that there's always some place that they can get some help if they need it. Losing that food pantry downtown would be devastating to many, many, many families. Families that rely on this to feed not only, families that rely on this to feed their children, basically. And that may seem inconceivable to some. I know it did to me at first, but it's what's happening. At any rate, Pastor Nick basically told me, if I can find a way to house the food pantry, he'll help me hook up with his connection at the Worcester Food Bank so that we can continue the food pantry. Now, that sounds really easy, but it's not. We're going to have to find a way to get a storefront down on Main Street in order to house and provide a food pantry. And of course, such an investment would also require activities and stuff. I mean, there's no sense in having a building that's only open to give out food once a month, twice a month. So I'm viewing this as an opportunity to basically headquarter the H.e.l.p. ATHOL ministries. When it started, I wanted to help heroin addicts, and I still have a huge heart for that. But there's a lot more involved in ATHOL than just drug abuse. There really is hardcore poverty. And you can say whatever you want about people stuck in it, but the fact is, nothing changes just by you complaining. I'm not trying to be harsh or anything, but if we just sit there and complain, all the complaints are nothing more than adjutants. They agitate the problem. So I'm trying to figure out how we can do this. I'm looking at GoFundMe. I'm looking at a video service called Patreon where users can subscribe. And the thing is, I want people to understand this isn't about me and money. This is about trying to step up and do things that God is calling us to do. And I believe that this community is strong enough and loving enough to find a way. So I ask that you keep us in your prayers. I ask that you pray about this food pantry and this ministry and whether or not this is something we should do. And I'm pretty sure God's going to tell you the same thing he told me. Yeah, this is definitely something we should do. So then we need prayers on how to do it. To the best of my thinking, we have to come up with somewhere around $600 a month just for rent. And then there's going to be, of course, utilities, electric, heat, water, whatever else that comes with that. In addition, I have no idea what the town is going to require as far as permits and licensing and things of that nature. So we need to find that out too. And I know there are people out there right now watching this who likely have those answers. And if you want to help, maybe that's how you can help. Just give me a heads up on what the legalities are and how to set this up. We have about a week to come up with a plan to show Pastor Nick that it can be done before he basically has to give that food over to another shelter, or a pantry, excuse me. And 2 pantries, they might be able to cut it. Maybe they can handle the excess. Maybe they can get the extra food and find a way to distribute it. But my goal is to try to keep this transition that Pastor Nick has to go through as seamless as possible for everybody. So that's where we're standing right now. I wish I could tell you that we just had the money to go down there, get a place, and take it over, but that's not the way God has it. And I think it's that way for a reason, because really it's not about me, and it's not about my wife, and it's not even about H.e.l.p. ATHOL. It's about people, and it's about doing His will. So if you're out there and you want to get involved, you want to help, this might be the way. If you're the pastor of another church and you want to get involved, talk to me. I'll do anything I can to help, and maybe you're the one who's supposed to, take up the mantle and handle the food pantry. But if no one's there, I want to stand in the gap for God, and I believe that's what He's called me to. It's been an amazing summer, and I really believe that this is not going to end when the weather gets cold. It's just a matter of finding a way to continue it. Overall, I have to say God is amazing, and the things He's been doing have been amazing, and I know that He can bring this to pass. He can make this happen. But it's going to take us answering the call, I believe. So let me know. Until next time, happy Jesus Day, God bless, and peace out.